The New Orleans Saints, they have a quarterback by the name of Drew Brees. A few years ago, they won a Super Bowl. And Drew Brees, I think he got the trophy for VIP, player, MVP. That's the MVP trophy or something. So anyway, great team, very competitive. They've been very competitive ever since then. Amazing turnaround for this franchise. Well, I don't know what possessed Drew Brees or what's wrong with Drew Brees, but he made some comments when asked a question on Yahoo Finance. I don't know why Yahoo Finance is interviewing football players about protests, but hey, everybody wants to get into the talk about news thing, you know? So anyway, here goes Drew Brees, his comments that set off a firestorm.
Unfortunately, because Yahoo Finance or Turner Sports blocked my video because they didn't want me to use the clip of Drew Brees actually talking, I'm going to have to read you his statement. Now, this is not the whole statement. He said a little bit more, and I'll tell you when that is. But here goes what we have. When Brees was asked about the prospect of NFL players kneeling next year, he said in part, per Yahoo Finance, "I would never agree with anybody disrespecting the flag of the United States of America or our country. Let me just tell what I see or what I feel when the national anthem is played, and when I look at the flag of the United States. I envision my two grandfathers who fought for this country during World War II, one in the Army and one in the Marine Corps, both risking their lives to protect our country and to try to make our country and this world a better place. So every time I stand with my hand over my heart, looking at that flag and singing the national anthem, that's what I think about." He also said something about crying and makes his tears well up, and he begins to cry whenever he thinks about their sacrifice. He goes on to say, "And is everything right with our country right now? No, it's not. We still have a long way to go, but I think what you do by standing there and showing respect to the flag with your hand over your heart is it shows unity. It shows that we're all in this together. We can all do better, and that we are all part of the solution."
Woo. Drew Brees said so many things that were wrong there. Hey, Drew. Hey, is it possible when you talk about this unity thing, because you brought up the word unity, let's start there. How about having some unity with black folks? How about a little unity with the black players that are in your locker room? How about a little unity with black citizens or fellow citizens? How about a little unity with humanity? How about that? How about not so much of an emphasis on a piece of cloth that people wear as bikinis and condoms, that people put on their album covers to sing country music and rock music, that people put on their bedspreads, pillowcases. Do you realize that people desecrate that flag every day? That is just a symbol of something that we have yet to ever obtain? But back to the unity portion. Why not have unity with us? Solidarity with us. You know, other citizens who have a grievance about the way they're being treated in this country that you say we need to unify with, that we should all unify around. So you don't make any sense at all with the whole unity aspect. Sounds like you want it all your way, and you're not taking into account at all why people are protesting, which is kind of strange for somebody who's in the South, and someone who's on a team with a lot of other players that can really educate you. And it's my understanding that Drew Brees is not new to this thinking, that Drew Brees was saying this same crap a couple years ago. He criticized Kaepernick a couple years ago. And even in light, right now in this moment, when everybody just saw a police officer slowly kill a man on their phone or TV, and saw other officers allow it or help it, aid and abet it, you still don't get why people are protesting? You still don't understand it? You just saw it, dude. You just saw it. I mean, if this is what we got to deal with, we got to deal with somebody like Drew Brees, who's given money to charities, has done things that people will make you believe he was a more enlightened individual. But just because somebody gives money does not mean they give a damn. And just because he gives you a little piece of his cake doesn't mean he's not a piece of shit. Drew Brees comes from a military family. A military family where he said his father and his grandfather all served to save the country. Here goes something, Drew Brees, I don't think you considered, brother. My dad served in the military. He served to save this country as well. And you know what? When he got out, he couldn't get a fucking loan. Because your country is racist as shit. Just a little caveat. You know, there have been black men and women serving this country in the military, losing their lives. And you know what? They were never treated like your granddaddy. Your granddaddy got a GI Bill, didn't he? Didn't he? Drew. Didn't he, Drew? There were black men who served in the military who came home and were beaten for wearing their damn uniform. I wonder, when you said you cry when you think about all the sacrifices that your father and grandfather made, do you cry when you think about the sacrifices black people made in this country? Probably not. I'm sure you haven't. Because if you did, you wouldn't make such a stupid-ass statement. Listen, this ain't about the flag. This is about what's going on in this country. It's never been about the flag. It's always been about, hey, this is happening. While you're watching this interruption, I need you to know about this. Commercials do it all the time. Commercials advertise the Super Bowl and football games all the time. Why? Because people are paying attention. It's not because they hate football. When the commercial comes on while you're watching football, it's not because the advertiser hates football. It's because your attention's there. Damn it, why has no one ever used these basic analogies? It's very basic. You are looking at it, so they advertise there because they want you to be aware of it. If they put it in between the soap operas, you wouldn't be watching. That's all this has ever been about. That's all it's ever been. It's never been about the flag itself. It's been about the issue. If Colin Kaepernick or anybody else protested when no one's around, no one would give a shit. In fact, and sadly, for people like you, it didn't matter because you still don't give a shit. No, not really. Not more than your fictional nationalist ideology of what America means. But meanwhile, people getting killed by cops without due process. You know, if someone down the street kills us or kills me, I know that person, if they catch them, they're going to go to jail and go to jail for a long time. But if a cop kills me, 99 times out of 100, nothing's going to happen to that cop. And if you don't think that's wrong, you don't think that's a problem, and you don't think that messes with the psyche of your coworkers, the players that you lace up with every day, if you don't think that doesn't play on the minds of their children, you don't think that plays on their wives when their kids go to school or when they go to college, if you don't think that's something that's not for lack of a better, a chain around the neck of black people their entire existence, something your dad didn't think about all the time, something your granddaddy didn't have to think about. This his country. That's what it's like. And so Drew Brees is an asshole because he's got to be smarter than that. He sounded to me like a guy who was saying what he thought he needed to say. Either that or he's a complete idiot. I would rather you be an idiot, don't get me wrong, than be a company guy who just going along with, going along with the corporation, going along with the NFL corporation to stay in good graces to keep the money coming. Because, in reality, Drew, those black players in your locker room ain't going to want to play with you no more. Nah, man, once I figure out that you don't give a shit about me and my kids, or my grandbaby, my wife, my mom, my dad, you don't give a damn about me, why should I want to rock with you? You're done, dude. Your career's over, man. It's that serious. No one's going to want to play for you. No one's going to block for you. Oh, let's see you block. Let's see them block for you. Your rest of your career is going to be like RG3 in Washington. Sucks to be you. Next time, pick up a book. Or here goes something else. I don't know. hey guys, here goes something crazy you could do. You could shut the fuck up. Yeah, you don't have to answer. You could just be like, hey, I really don't have a comment on it. Wow, you know what? What's going on in this country right now with that poor man who got snuffed out on film, that snuff film we all watched? I think maybe I should shut the hell up and stop talking about my ma-pa, and my pa right now. Maybe right now it ain't about me and my personal story, how I personally feel about my parents' service. So anyway. And yeah, Drew Brees, he apologized. He got so much heat on his ass. He did this.
Everyone is looking back.
He wrote this. He went out. Someone said he went out and brought this stock photo you could buy for $12 and made this post on Instagram. I would like to apologize to my friends, teammates in the city of New Orleans, the black community, NFL community, and anyone I hurt with my comments yesterday. In speaking with some of you, it breaks my heart to know the pain I have caused. Blah, 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 blah. You know what? Look, man. Look, dude. You're a grown-up. You're a grown-ass man with kids. Okay? You're a grown-ass man with kids. You play in a league full of people. You got friends. You work around people. You don't get to just go, hey, and give me the basic boilerplate BS apology. Hey, anyone I offended, fuck you. Look, man, this is crunch time. This is crunch time. If you are ignorant, if you're ignorant, you don't understand what people are going through. If you cannot see, Stevie Wonder can see what we're going through. If you cannot see what's happening in this country, that we're at a very pivotal point right now. If you don't know that, your ass don't need to be a celebrity. You don't need to have a platform. You need to just go away. You need to go away and hope that things change when you come back. But what you don't get to do is offend all these people with your bullshit, right? And then write me, and then have your publicist write a very generic insert name, parentheses, apology, BS, and grab a picture, put it out, hey, and then think it's all over. It's not over. I'm through with you. Biatch. Okay. News you watch makes you more confused after you watch it. Watch the Tim Black Show and know what's going on. Go to patreon.com, Tim's Take Live. Join today.